Up and running. Okay, very good. We'll begin the planning committee meeting of Akron City Council on this beautiful sunny Monday afternoon in Akron, Ohio. I would like to entertain a motion that we accept the minutes of the last meeting.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it. Very good. We'll now move on to the, we do have present Ginger Baylor from at large, Donnie Kamer from Ward 7, Terrace Samples from Ward 5 for the record. And also present, I see President Somerville, Representative McKittrick. I think that's all. Oh, and Representative Lombardo, I see. Very good. So getting into the regular list of legislation, we do not have anything new this afternoon, but we would like to, I believe item number 2, this is reference regulations governing specific businesses by adding new article 12A, third-party food delivery services and capping commissions chargeable by third-party food delivery service businesses during states of public health emergencies. I see Mr. Hardy is here. Mr. Hardy, I don't know if you had any comments. I requested that the committee consider 1 week's time on this, I believe. And so just was curious if you had any comments at this point.
No additional comments from me, Mr. Chair. I'm here happy to answer any questions.
Cool, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Is there any questions or comments from any committee members reference the third-party food delivery service legislation that we have before us? Questions or comments from anyone? On the committee, not seeing any other council members have any questions or comments? Reference this item, Mr. Malik.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think this is a great piece of legislation, as we're seeing in Ohio cities and cities across the country. The one thing that I hope we do consider, I certainly hope we pass this, but after the fact, I think we want to look at how it impacts the city and how other cities are implementing it. And when it comes time for it to expire, I think we should look at whether it's something that should remain in place after post-COVID when things are at the new normal.
Thank you. Very good. Questions or comments from anyone else at this time? Okay, I'm not really seeing anyone. How about at this point, I'd like to entertain a motion that we suspend the rules with a favorable report.
Motion to suspend rules with favorable report.
Second.
And I hear a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Very good. Hearing none against, we will then report that out this evening and ask council for consideration on that particular item. The next item, I'd like for us to take time. Okay. On 3 through and including 7, I do believe. Item number 8, though, this is an ordinance authorizing a conditional use to expand a restaurant, the Corral, and construct a new retail building at 1006 South Arlington Street and declaring an emergency. We had a public hearing that was held on January 4th on this particular item. Wasn't sure if there's any questions or comments from any committee members at this point in reference to this particular item. Comments or questions? Ms. Samples? Ms. Samples?
Fresco, thank you. I have had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Brooks and talk to him extensively and gave him a couple of thoughts that I thought he should do as far as reaching out to the residents of that community. And that was back on January the 8th. My understanding, he did put forth an initiative to reach out to those residents and also to reach out to another small business restaurant owner to get some ideas of how to do things and to keep things in camaraderie with that community over there. So because I was able to have a conversation with him and him to really put forth an initiative to reach out to those people, I'll support his efforts.
Okay, very good. Is there any other question? Mr. Kamer, I see your hand is up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As the ward council person, I'll just make a comment that I will still support a no vote on this. According to a lot of the residents that emailed or gave me a telephone call when this first came up for a public hearing, I believe they still do not support this. So as the ward council person, I'll just not vote in favor. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Kamer. Any other questions or comments from committee members? Anyone? Okay. Any questions from anyone else on council on this one? Any other questions or comments? Okay, very good. At this point, I'd like to entertain a motion on this particular item.
So moved.
Okay, I would assume that's a favorable motion.
Oh, for favorable report.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Okay, very good. Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion of a favorable report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Okay, very good. At this point, I would like to ask Ms. Biviano, can you please roll call?
Absolutely. Fusco,
Aye.
Kamer,
Nay.
Baylor,
Aye.
Samples.
Aye.
The motion passes 3-1.
Very good, thank you. Okay, very good. We'll report that out this evening as well. With that, I'm going to recommend that we take time on the balance of the agenda short of any questions or concerns, and the planning committee is adjourned. Thank you. Turn it back over to you, Ms. Biviano.
The next committee meeting will be the Public Service Committee, and that will be at 2 o'clock today. Those committee members are Samples, Kamer, Swirsky, Lombardo, and McKittrick. So we will stop the live stream and come back at 2 o'clock for public service.